I mean that. If you don't want to play Chloe Bibby, what's the point of having her on the team? And everyone's trying to justify it, being like, "Oh, she was really bad when she got on in the start of the fourth quarter. You know, they cooked her on defense."
Number one, just the way that she fit in right away. She gives us a different look from that forward position with her ability to stretch the floor.
It was supposed to be just another regular season game between the Indiana Fever and the Los Angeles Sparks. But what unfolded sparked outrage, disappointment, and intense conversations online. Before we dive into the viral moment involving Chloe Bibby and the backlash aimed at head coach Stephanie White, let's zoom out for a moment. The Indiana Fever, once a respected name in the WNBA, are now under the microscope like never before, with the spotlight constantly on rising star Caitlin Clark and growing expectations from fans across the nation. Every move this franchise makes is being watched, analyzed, and dissected. But here's the thing, behind all the flashy headlines, the Fever are still struggling to find their rhythm. The team's chemistry is shaky, leadership questions are emerging, and fans are starting to lose patience. In the game against the Sparks, tensions were already high. Fever needed a win, not just for their season record, but to show they could hold their ground against physical teams and manage pressure without collapsing. Instead, what they got was another night of poor rotations, questionable coaching decisions, and worst of all, a moment that made fans erupt across social media, Chloe Bibby being completely iced out, not by the opposing team, but by her own coaching staff. That one visual became the symbol of everything that's going wrong inside the Fever locker room. But this was just the beginning. What was supposed to be just another regular season game quickly turned into something far more dramatic. The Fever, still searching for consistency, found themselves unraveling under pressure, not just from the Sparks, but from within. Tensions flared as the game wore on. Chloe Bibby, a player many fans had high hopes for, was noticeably left on the bench during crucial moments. Her body language said it all. You could see the disappointment, the confusion, and the silence from the coaching staff only fueled speculation. Why wasn't she given a chance, especially when the team clearly needed a spark? Fans started to voice their anger not just at the result, but at the decisions being made courtside. And unfortunately for head coach Stephanie White, the blame landed squarely on her shoulders. By the time the final buzzer sounded, the arena wasn't just quiet, it was loud in a different way. Boos echoed through the stands. Some fans were shaking their heads, others were yelling at the bench, and a few even walked out early. This wasn't disappointment anymore. This was a full-blown revolt from the Fever faithful. And when Stephanie White walked off the court, she was booed loudly, not once, not twice, but consistently. Every step she took. On social media, the backlash exploded. How do you bench Bibby when we needed a shooter? This coach is ruining team chemistry. We're wasting another season. Social media lit up during and after the game with comments accusing her of favoritism, poor rotations, and ignoring young talent. The phrase wasting potential echoed loudly in Fever threads and fan forums. To make matters worse, the Sparks didn't let up. Their bench was energized, their plays sharp, and every missed opportunity by the Fever only made the coaching choices look worse. You could feel the frustration growing, not just on the court, but in the arena, in the comments, in every tweet calling out what fans saw as mismanagement. This wasn't just about one loss. It was about a pattern. And in this moment, it felt like the team and its coach were teetering on the edge. The locker room? Reportedly tense. Some players didn't speak to each other. Some avoided eye contact altogether. Bibby, still stone-faced. She didn't even post on Instagram after the game, something she normally never skips. What started as just a disappointing loss turned into a public breakdown of trust between the fans, the players, and the coaching staff. Now the question is, can they bounce back? Or is this just the beginning of something bigger unraveling? Comments boo if you agree. Inside that Fever locker room, after the game, it wasn't just quiet, it was cold. No music, no laughs, just silence and side eyes. Sources close to the team say this wasn't just about one bad game. There's been growing tension for weeks. Players questioning play calls, veterans feeling iced out, and younger stars like Caitlin Clark caught in the middle of a storm she didn't start. Some say Caitlin's rise has shifted the energy. Media spotlight, fan obsession, jersey sales, it's all Clark, all the time. And while she's handled it with grace, not everyone in that locker room is clapping. Coach Stephanie White? Still doubling down on her system. But fans are wondering, if your system benches your best shooters in crunch time, is it really a system worth keeping? This isn't just a coaching problem, it's a chemistry problem. A leadership problem, a team with all the pieces but no glue holding it together. And if they don't fix it soon, they're not just risking another loss. They're risking the locker room breaking apart completely. The next game could be make or break. If the Fever don't turn this around soon, we're not just talking about a losing season, we're talking implosion. Whispers are already circling. Is a trade coming? One veteran guard is reportedly unhappy with her role. Another might be on the block before the deadline. Front office? Watching everything. And if head coach Christy Sides can't control the locker room chaos, don't be shocked if new leadership steps in mid-season. Because here's the truth. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a franchise, a brand, and the Fever can't afford to waste her rookie year on dysfunction and drama. Sponsors are watching, TV ratings are soaring, and fans, they're demanding results. If this ship doesn't get steered in the next few weeks, big names could be gone. Coaches replaced, the entire team restructured around Clark. This isn't just about winning games anymore. It's about protecting the future of a once-in-a-generation talent, and if they fail, Clark may never say it out loud, but don't be surprised if she starts looking elsewhere, somewhere she can actually win. Now it's your turn. Should the Fever rebuild around Clark or fix the locker room first? Drop your take in the comments. Fans also began raising concerns about a double standard within the Fever's rotation. Why are certain underperforming players given extended minutes despite low output, while Chloe Bibby, who brings hustle, energy, and efficient shooting, barely touches the floor? This has sparked larger conversations online about favoritism, politics in the locker room, and whether Steph White is truly putting the best lineup on the floor. Some fans are even calling for transparency and accountability in her game time decisions. And let's talk about the real elephant in the room. Why is Chloe Bibby constantly riding the bench? It's not just one game, it's a pattern. She brings size, hustle, energy, yet she's glued to the sidelines. Fans are noticing and they're not staying quiet. Is it politics, favoritism, or just straight up bad coaching? Because benching a player with that much potential, it's either personal or it's incompetence. Whatever it is, it's not a good look. And if this keeps up, don't be surprised if Bibby takes her talent elsewhere.